Morning everybody. The last video was about the throwing of these pilgrim flasks. They've dried enough now. I'm just putting some slip on. This is to slip out the tray with some white vinegar. Helps it stick a bit better. I've already done the top, or the one side of it. It's just a question of putting the two pieces together, really. I've already, with some calipers, double checked that they're both dried evenly, because sometimes if one dries a little bit more than the other, obviously the shrinkage is different, so I've double checked it. I've left it attached to the bat. I've not cut it off yet because that allows this bit to happen easier, and it just fits into the groove nicely. It's just a question of pressing it together. It's still a little bit soft, but it's very damp here at the moment and it's not drying out very well, and I need to get these onto the next stage, so it's the question of, normally I would press them together, but there's a chance I might collapse them. Once they've got air trapped inside it, it won't be too bad. A bit more, it's got a bit more strength to it. And it's just a question of smoothing it. I used to cross hatch these with a knife, but when they dry, you can still see the little indentations, and it takes a lot of sort of fettling to get rid of it. George is trying to get in here. I've closed the door because the TV's on and I don't want to get any background noise on. I once had a radio playing off in the dim and distant past, and I got a complaint from YouTube saying that I was using music and trying to monetize music, and I got into a bit of trouble, so I have to be careful now not to have any kind of broadcast playing in the background. But that was so smooth in there. It's just a question of going over it with a rib. This the vinegar in the slip helps a great deal. It sort of etches its way together, and that's it really. Now I can run a tool under the edge of there. I'm just going to run a cutting tool under this edge here. Oops. Get it level. What this does is it gives me gives a line for the wire to follow. If I left that smooth, the wire would drift and you get an uneven top, so I just pull it tight, hold it against the bat. Right, that's the, you can see how when you put the tool in there and trim it to the base, how clean a cut off you get. This would be really wavy and horrible if you didn't do that undercut before you took it off. I'm just going to run a turning tool if I can find it. Here we go. going to run a turning tool and get rid of some of this excess on here. It'll help it dry a little better. I'm not going to take any of this off here because when I threw it, it was 6 or 7 mil thick. I'm just going to take the bulk of this off now. This corner round. Okay, that's just the corner taken off there. Just going to run the rib over it again a little bit. Not taking anything out of the centre here because it's quite thin anyway, and I want a flat edge there. Well, it'll dome itself when it shrinks. The air inside it will dome it a little bit. So that's as much as I'm going to do for now. What I'll do when this is firmed up, because this is still quite soft here because it's only just been taken off the vat, I'm going to let this firm up, pop the bat back on, flip it over and do the same again on the other side. If I did that now, all the messing about and pushing and tugging, this bit here would collapse because it's still quite soft. But because I've taken that corner off there, it'll dry a lot quicker, and it's quite helpful this weather. Okay, there you go.